talk about is something that those of you that have been on the channel for quite some time, basically since the beginning, would remember. I did do a video. I think it was called The Process versus the Destination or something like that. I will put it in the link above, well, whatever those things are, but I will put it here, and then at the end of the video you can just click on it because it's a similar concept. However, I felt it strongly in my heart to talk about this again. So in the beginning of the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9, verse 11, that's from the Bible. In the beginning, there's this one line that has captured me for, I think, almost 10 years now. Since I heard that, I've never really competed with other people again after that. It says, the race is not to the swift. Now, what that means is that it's not always the fastest person that wins the race, okay? Sometimes a person can be really fast, but not have enough stamina to run until the very end. A person can have speed, but not strength. And that can simply mean that it's the one that lasts the longest that will win the race. You've heard the saying, survival of the fittest, right? It's literally like that. You need to be fit to win in this life thing. I like to make an example of something that happened. I think it was like last year. So 2 seasons ago of the English Premier League. Yes, I watch soccer. 2 seasons ago on the English Premier League, Manchester United was number 5 just before the very last game. So they were number 5 on the league. And those of you that know soccer or understand the English Premier League, you would know that the most important spots in EPL is the top 4, because you are able to go and play in the UEFA Champions League. So they were sitting there and they were like number 5. And then they played their last match. I can't remember exactly who they were playing with. I think it might have been, what is that team? I don't remember. But okay, so they're playing this last game, right? And basically them getting into top 4 was not just dependent on them winning this game, but it was also dependent on another team losing, okay? Anyway, they didn't play that great, if I'm being honest. They did not play that great in the game. I think they got 1 penalty. The rest of the game, their defense was really bad. But long story cut short, they won this game. The other team that they were waiting for to lose, I think they had a draw. But hear this, by the end of that game, they were number 3 and they made it into the top 4 and went into UEFA. What am I telling you? It's not the person that is ahead in life that will reach the destination faster or that will be most successful. I know sometimes we look at our peers and we think to ourselves, oh, look, she already has a car, she's on her 3rd job, she's a manager, she's married, you know, whatever it is. And we feel like our lives are kind of stagnating. Well, I'm here to tell you that that's not the case, okay? My pastor said something this weekend, which is actually what made me decide to make this video. He was talking about, on Friday, he was in my house and he said to us that, you know what, the things that people value in life, some of them don't mean much. Like when I get onto a plane, right? There's some people that will be in business class and I might be in economy, but we get to this place where we're going at the same time. Bringing back closer to what I'm talking about today, priority boarding. Like, paying for priority boarding sometimes feels like a waste of money. And I'm sorry if you're one of those people that do pay for priority boarding. Please don't leave the channel. You know, this one time, right? I looked at my ticket and it was written priority boarding, but I didn't know that if you pay for luggage on FlySafari, you get priority boarding, right? So I was like, oh great, I'm gonna be priority boarding, and I went in early and then got into the plane, and then I waited for everyone else to get on the plane. I was like, But the next time I was on the plane, I didn't have priority boarding, and what happened was that I just waited for everyone to finish queuing, and then when I saw that there were like 2 or 3 people left in the queue, I went in, and by the time I got in, like the plane was full. We sat and, they started with the checks and whatnot. And I realized, oh my gosh, I would never use my money to pay for priority boarding on a plane, because my seat is already reserved for me. If I have 23F, I've got 23F. And so boarding earlier or boarding later is not going to change the fact that my seat is 23F. Moral of the story, or moral of what I'm telling you right now, in life we all have our own destinations that we're going to, okay? I know some people believe in predestination and stuff. Personally, I don't believe in predestination. I believe that we are the ones that are responsible for where we end up, okay? People will tell you all the time, it's going to be okay. And it will be if you don't give up. That's the thing. Time does heal everything, but time does not make you successful. So just because you are not okay now, I saw this meme that said, look, just because things are not going well now, it doesn't mean that they will go well. And I felt it, because it's true. Just because you're failing your degree right now, or just because you're not doing well at work, it doesn't mean you're going to do well in the future. However, you have the power to ensure that you do well in the future. Okay, now I'm talking about other things that I did not intend to talk about. Bring it back. What I'm telling you is that it doesn't matter if other people are ahead of you right now. You are the one that decides on your own destination. We all have our own position in life. No 2 people are identical. You can think of any 2 people in any industry. Singing, rapping, comedy. You can think, look at the richest people in the world. Richard Branson, I think his surname is Branson. He went to space the other time. Jeff Bezos went to space as well the other time. But they're 2 completely different people. 2 rich people, very, very, very rich, who both went to space. Different industries. You understand? So imagine if Jeff Bezos was looking at Bill Gates and saying to himself, oh my gosh, this guy is so rich. I could never meet up with him because he's been rich before me. He was like, nah, I'm going to make it. And you have that power over your life to ensure that you invest, to ensure that you invest in being the success that you intend to be. Last little thing that I want to share with you that brought me to this aha moment. So I think I was in grade 5 or 6. There's this one girl I was in class with. She failed, right? She failed the grade, and we basically didn't go through to the next grade with her. And so when I was in matric, she was in grade 11. And then I went to varsity and she was in matric. And in the beginning of my 2nd year, she was posting about how she passed her matric exams and she got accepted into varsity and stuff. And at that moment, it hit me that although this girl had failed grade 5, we were going to be in varsity at the same time. Her degree might be 3 years and mine 4 years, which means we graduate at the same time, which basically means that she has caught up with me. So no matter what situation you're feeling yourself in, no matter who is ahead of you or who you feel like you're in competition with, come back and let me tell you something. Life is not a race, okay? Life is not a race. And if it was a race, the race would not be to the swift. My name is Tumi Mkha, aka Mrs. X. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please, I don't know where this video is going to be. I'll put it here. Yes. Watch this video. It's very similar to what I've spoken about today, but in a completely different light. I give completely different examples there. One of my favorite videos that I have ever done on this channel. Anyway, guys, I hope you have an amazing week, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe, like, comment, share. Don't be selfish. Let other kids flourish as well. Love you so much.